Debbie was so convincing that I actually thought she ate the piece of paper several times.
Just folded it up and chewed on it for a bit and tucked it in the corner of my mouth and went...
I think she swallowed it. How'd that feel to have a stomach full of paper?
Still in there. My brother was my role model growing up and still remains.
Viggo Mortensen was definitely my role model because he's Aragorn.
So was Aragorn your role model or Viggo Mortensen your role model?
Probably Aragorn. Sorry, Viggo.
That's fair. Yeah, tell us.
What happens in Brazil stays in Brazil.
You okay?
I spent a lot of time listening to obscure rock music alone because that's probably what Christian would do in his free time. I watched Christian Slater in Heathers and Pump Up the Volume, and I watched Val Kilmer in Tombstone, and I read The Art of Seduction.
I don't think it was awkward.
I don't think it was awkward.
I like this question. I'm actually going to make a list of these because there's a couple things that I think do overlap, but mostly she doesn't have a lot of patience for what she perceives as injustice and same, and we have pretty similar senses of humor.
I think Christian and I are both people who enjoy solitude. I also can relate to Christian's feeling of being misunderstood, which is what I think attracts him to Patty. I think he sees himself in Patty and doesn't feel judged by her.
I mean, some of them, but that's primarily Arden.
Yeah, definitely Arden. I had a scene with Arden where she comes out of a cardboard box, and I'm laughing right now because I actually couldn't keep it together to the point where I was getting in trouble and people were getting mad at me.
Blooper.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts, although I've heard some really convincing ghost stories, but aliens, real.
For sure, aliens real, and anything in the spiritual realm, I don't mess around. We were careful in the Ouija scene. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing.
Not one single time, because I cut the locks.
Hiding in plain
Recognize
sight!
me! Debbie, you might not know this, but I actually stalked you to get into character.
Dude, what? What's your coffee order? 1, 2, 3. Iced Americano.
I don't drink coffee.
Mine then is more complicated. I like, as far as Christian's lines, I like when I say something about him being a drug dealer and he goes so judgmental.
I'm not a stalker, I just need to know where she is at all times.
Stalker type shit. I think she realized that she had never looked inward enough to know whether or not she was a good person, and when she suspected that maybe Christian was right, she needed to kill that idea. Not very often, only if I'm in a place where for security reasons I can't or I'm not allowed to, or if I'm in the middle of a meal, I'll ask if I can do it after the meal, if I'm just with people, out of respect. Sorry, we just intensely got into a debate about the death penalty, but I think that it's not on us to decide whether or not people should live and die.
I agree, but I do... Break.
Definitely break.
Definitely break.
For Patty, break.
Break. Yeah, Christian was genuinely convinced that he was doing something nice for Patty.
Look up sociopath. Josh Dunn. Thanks, fam.
Thanks, everybody.
And now you know to follow James, and if you see him on the street, to harass him.
Yes, please harass me.
Throw him in a trunk.
Please.